We are alive? Of course we are. Of course, let's go. Let's do this. So, today, very important topic that I want to share with you about, which is rest. Rest like you mean it. Hi, today we are in Mimo Live again. I do this weekly every Wednesday in the middle of the week because I feel like every single week we try to be better. And there's just when we're doing things in the middle, there seems to be like a slope going down. And this is the fact for me, it's a fact for me. That's why I'm doing this in the middle of the week on Wednesday, so that we or you, me, you, we ever need that push to do the things that we want to do. Our weekly goals, if you have one, we want to do them strong. We want to finish strong. And this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this every single week. Because I want to deliver. And that's why I'm here. And that's why you're here. So let's just get on with it because this is going to be great. A fact, last week, I didn't go live, even though I said just now, always go live every week. I didn't go live because I was sick. And heads up, you might hear some cough. You might hear some that blocked feeling from my nose. I'm completely healthy. I can do a lot of things right now. It's just that there's this rest of the cold that I have that's still here. Doesn't mean that I can't do anything. Anyway, let's move on. The topic that I want to talk to you about is resting. And from what I see, a lot of professionals, a lot of high performers, they struggle with one thing: resting properly. Let me tell you the reason behind that. There's a story that I was told about several months ago, is that we all have problems. You have problems in your life. There are things that you struggle with at the moment. I have some problems in my life that I still struggle at this very moment. We all have some kind of problems that we want to get done, that we are struggling with currently. And for a lot of us, this season is Lent. We are fasting. We are, uh, what do you call it, Lenting? Try to be a better person. We try to be closer to God. And interestingly enough, for our Muslim friends out there, you guys are also fasting. And so I believe, especially in these moments, there are things that we are struggling at this very moment. Even harder than before, right? And it's so easy to get down, to feel down because of it. And let me tell you, before we continue to my story, let me tell you, the sun shines at my part. The sky smiling. Isn't that great? Now, going back to my story, when we all have our own problems to deal with, we tend to forget and neglect our health, our well-being, and we try to finish as many problems as we possibly can until our body cannot take it anymore, and then we get sick. And that's usually happens when we spend months working, having that stress level at a high level, and then suddenly we go to vacation where it drops, it sinks. What happens then? We get sick. Most of the time, we get sick because of that sudden change of stress level. And what happens when we get sick? What about the problems that we have when we get sick? What happens to them? What do you think? Now, let me tell you. All of those problems won't matter because you only have one problem to deal with when you're sick, and that is getting better. It's interesting, isn't it? We have a lot of problems when we're healthy. We take care of a lot of things, and once we're sick, we only have one problem, and that's getting better. And that's the reason why when I'm sick, I focus on one thing: recovery. And that's what I want you to also keep in mind, because what happens is when especially high performers like you, if we rest, we feel bad. We feel bad because we cannot do all of these things that we plan to do. We cannot finish them. We cannot even do anything about them. And it's frustrating, isn't it? It's really, really frustrating. And that way we feel guilty of resting. Now, I want to ask you if you're feeling that way as well. Every time you rest, every time you just sit there, lie there on your bed, not do anything, or even procrastinating. A lot of us, a lot of us think procrastinating is resting. It's not. It's procrastinating is basically a forced version of resting because you're already too tired, you just want to do something else, and then you procrastinate. That's how I see it. And uh, in a way, I feel like we do that because when we actually rest and not do anything, we feel bad about it. And this is why I'm sharing this with you. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know that it's okay to rest. In fact, I encourage you to rest. Have you ever heard of the principle? What do I say? Work hard, play hard. Of course, you have. So I want to add that to the third phrase of that: work hard, play hard, rest hard. That's basically the same principle. When we work fully, and when we play fully, and when we rest fully. You know why that's important? Because when we try to perform and when we try to rest at the same time, we do both badly. That's why a lot of us keep keep being exhausted. We never fully rested. We never fully played to our hardest because we don't commit to any of them. So the next time you rest, I want you to rest. The next time you play, I want you to play. And the next time you work, I want you to only work and focus on one so that you can enjoy all. Let me tell you a story of. Yeah, I think this is getting long. Still, I want to tell you a story. You can't stop me. Oh, hello. The story is about high performers, a person, a worker who's dedicated to his work. He has a vacation coming up, and even a month prior to the vacation, he's already so excited about it. Like, oh my gosh! During work, he keeps telling everyone, and telling his colleagues, telling his friends, like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. It's my vacation will be the best ever. I've planned it. And then when the vacation comes, he was thinking about work, all of the things that he left and hasn't completed. You know what that tells me? That tells me when you went 1 month prior, before the vacation, when he was working, he was already thinking about vacation. He was so excited about it, which is okay. It's just that at that exact specific moment, he was working while playing in a way. And when he was on the vacation, he was thinking about work and all of the things that still could go wrong because he wasn't there, because he couldn't take his responsibility, which is the right thing, by the way. And still, on the vacation, he was thinking about work. And did he enjoy his vacation fully? The answer is no. Of course not. And if we keep doing that, and if we're that person, I mean, this is this is a friend that I was telling you about, and I want to invite you to see if you see this friend, this behavior in you and in me. Because all we want to do is enjoy both of them. If we want to be able to perform, we want to be able to rest and feel happy and fulfilled. That's what we want. And that's why I want you to remember this. I want you to write this down if you can. Put out your pen and paper and write this down. Resting is part of the performance. Remember that. Write it down. Imprint it in you. Because when you think that way, you will see resting as an important aspect of you growing. It's just another aspect of you growing. And it's supposed to be there. Just like sleep supposed to be in our daily routine, rest supposed to be in the process when we grow. I hope you like that. Take it in. That was good. It's getting so long, and I still appreciate you for watching all the way to the end. This is where we grow. I appreciate you being here. I hope this helps, and share to every one of your friends and families, and remind them that it's okay to rest. Aldo here. Peace out.